Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make spongy edible moss. Super easy, super quick, and super fun, I think. You will need one egg at room temperature, 25 grams or 3 tablespoons of flour, 5 grams or 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 12 grams or 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 30 grams of honey. This is the recipe. You will also need some disposable plastic cups and um, a sifter as well. Okay, here I'm just weighing out my honey um, on my little scale and getting my 30 grams so that it is ready to go. This is McGreevy bee honey because we have bees and harvest our honey from those, which is fun. Okay, crack your egg. If your egg is not at room temperature, get a little bowl of really hot water, pop your egg into it for 5 minutes, and it will come to room temperature for you. Add your sugar and then whisk. Now, I did one batch whisking by hand because I was a little bit too lazy to get out my electric mixer. And I just also wanted to know if that would make a difference. And it really did not make much of a difference. So you can whisk by hand. You're just going to have to be pretty vigorous. You want it to get nice and frothy on you. Excuse me. Or you can use your electric mixer and whisk. It gets much frothier for you much more quickly. So I definitely recommend doing that if you have one. Okay, I'm adding a drop of food coloring. I'm using green from Artisan Accents here. You can use whatever color you want. So I started with green and then I added my honey in. Then I mixed that all together and I am now adding my flour. So I've got my little strainer there that I'm using as my sifter. I'm adding my 3 tablespoons of flour, and then I'm going to add my 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder on top of that. And then I'm going to take a large spoon, 1 1/4. That's me showing you that because I'm a dork. And I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to push that down through the strainer, and that is just an easy, quick way to sift something. So I sifted that into my mixture. And now I'm just going to gently mix that all together. Now that we've got the baking powder in there, I'm just being gentle and just kind of folding it all in until it is completely mixed in there well. And I think that I've done it. Okay. So now you want disposable cups. These are the only ones I had on hand. They did warp a little in the microwave. I just want to warn you. Next time I would find a different, see if I could get a different kind. But they still do the trick, which is totally fine. It doesn't matter that they warp. I'm just putting a little bit into the bottom of each cup. Not much. That is about it. I'm actually going to add just a drop of brown to this green because I want to mix up the colors a little bit. I want to get a more of like a mossier brownish green and have that on as well. So I can have both options. I also did another batch with a brighter green so that I got 3 different color options here. Okay, that's it. We want these to climb. We want to leave room for them, the batter to climb up in the microwave. So put them in the microwave for about 50 seconds until the top is not sticky much anymore. A little bit is fine, but we don't want it to be, super wet and sticky. And then you want to cool them. Before you cut them, you want them to cool down. Put them upside down on a cooling rack to let them cool completely. Then you can cut them open. And voila! You have this super cool, spongy, edible moss that you can add to your cakes. I just love it. It was like I didn't screw it up. The first time I ever did it, and I made a couple batches and I did not screw it up because it's hard to mess up. So you can store this in an airtight freezer bag or in an airtight container for months. So you can definitely make it ahead of time. Here you can see the different colors I made. The one on the right was the brown. the light green in the middle, and then the brighter green on the left. Also, there's edible moss of a different sort in the background, which is just made out of cookies, which I have a video on cakeheads.com, free video to show you how to make edible moss a different way so it's a little bit more crumbly and not mossy. And I used both of those for this treehouse cake project and had a ton of fun using it on the project. If you're not a Cakeheads member yet, come on over to cakeheads.com and join us. Sign up for a membership. Join our group of awesome people making cakes, sharing their work, troubleshooting together, getting questions answered. They have access to all of the hundreds and hundreds of tutorials on the website. And we just have a lot of fun together, hanging out, helping each other out, and encouraging each other. So we'd love to have you over there with us. See you later.